Morning, dear students. Welcome back to maths. Let us try to first solve the problem set number 25. Now problem set number 25 we will solve because you have already learned now how to measure an angle with the help of a protractor. Now in your textbook the angles which are given have a small arm. So you need to first extend the arm so as to get the correct measure of the angle. So see how I have done. Like this you can do it with the help of a pencil and then you can rub it with the eraser. So let's try to find out what is the measure of the angle first. Okay, so see that you will keep the center of this protractor on the vertex of the angle, and you can keep this baseline on the arm of the angle and then try to measure it with the help of the protractor. So see that you measure it accurately. I don't want any mistakes when you are measuring. So see that you keep it exactly. Now you can see that the this arm, that is this arm, is passing from 40 degree. How 40 degree? You have to see that you have learnt already that we have to measure, see wherever is the arm, this arm from the vertex, wherever it is going, that side you have to take it as 0. So this over here, this is 0. So 0, 10, 20, 30 and 40. So this angle measures around 40 degrees. So you write it like this. Okay. The next one, let me try to show you the next problem. Next angle. Let us try to find out. Now here it is not given in this manner, not in this straight manner like this. It is just tilted. So even if it is tilted, you need not worry. You can easily measure the angle. How you can measure? Same way, follow the rule of measuring the angle. How you can do that? What you have to do is that keep this center of the circle, the center of the protractor, on the vertex of the angle and the baseline on the arm of the angle. So baseline now it is in this manner. So this way you have to count from here 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 like that up to whatever is the angle. So keep it first on the vertex like this and keep the arm, this arm on the baseline or baseline on this arm and then try to measure. Okay, now here this side, now which side, here it is 180. So don't take that, you have to take from here because the arm is pointing in this direction. So wherever it is pointing in this direction, that 0 you have to take. So here you take now 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Okay, so this is 90, then 100, 110 and 110, 111, 12, 13, 14, 15. So it is around 115 degree. 115 degree is the you can see it is in between 100 and 120. So you will not count it as 125, but you will count it, you are counting it from here, so this side. So that is why this will be 110, 111, 12, 13, 14 and 15. So this angle becomes 115 degree. Okay, now let us try to measure the third one, that is this angle. Now you see it is, you can either extend this arm or you can extend this arm, whichever you want to. Now how is it, how you can measure with the help of a protractor? It is also easy. Wherever is the vertex, you keep the vertex over here like this on the center of the protractor on this vertex here, and this way you try to keep the baseline on the arm of the angle and try to measure it with the help of the protractor. Now you can see that, keep exactly on that, fine, and you have to measure now this way. So this way, wherever 0 is there, you have to count. So here is the 0, so 0, 10, 20, 30, okay, then 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 and 90. So this angle is 90 degree. Okay, now the last one, that is it is not fitting in my camera, but I'll try. Okay, last one. So how you can measure? You don't have to measure this way. You have to tilt your protractor in such a way that you get the vertex and the arm of the angle. So tilt it and then find out. So keep it here like this. Okay, and then try to measure the angle. Okay, so this way you can keep. Now this side it is pointing. So wherever this side is pointing, from that 0 you count. So 0 is here, 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and you can see that it is above more than 80 but less than 90. So it is around 85 degree. So write it as 85 degree. So this is how you are supposed to write, this is how you will solve your problem set number 25. Now let us try to learn about the new concept now, that is drawing an angle of the given measure. So let's take an example, that is here it is given example, draw angle ABC of measure 70 degree. Now let me show you how to draw an angle of 70 degree measure. So the angle given is angle ABC. Okay, the name of the angle is ABC and this angle is equal to 70 degree. Now we have to construct in such a way that this angle will measure around 70 degree. For that, what is the first step? First step, you find out which is the vertex. Here the vertex is B. Okay, so and the two arms are BA and BC. So you can keep either BC down or you can keep either BA down. We will take BC down and then we will start drawing. Okay, so let's start drawing the angle. So the first step is to draw the arm. So let me draw the arm here. See that you will not draw very close to this, because when you are using a protractor, the protractor is larger, so you see it will be going up. So see that whenever you are drawing, you draw little below. Okay, take lot of space and try to draw like this. Okay, so once you keep the space, always remember that you will be drawing here in between the two lines. Okay, why? It's because it is easier for you to keep the baseline. It will not overlap. If it overlaps, you may get a wrong reading. Okay, that is why you see that you choose the place in between the two lines and draw like this with the help of a sharp pencil, not with the pen. Since I can do it very well with the pen only once, that's why I'm using a pen, but otherwise you will be using a pencil for your drawing. So see that first you draw. Before drawing, see that you mark one point here like this and then draw line like this. Finish it off once only. Don't draw it kacha kuchu. Okay, now you mark this arrow here because this is a ray, and this point, since the point where we have to draw the angle is B. Okay, vertex is B, that's why we will mark it as B and then we will mark over here as C. Now once you have drawn this arm, let me use the protractor and keep the protractor on the vertex. Okay, the center of the protractor on the vertex like this. Now when you are watching the video, you see that you will also try to practice to draw the angle. Okay, now this way, once you have kept it on the arm BC, okay, now mark 70 degree whichever side this arm is going, that side you will take 0. Okay, so here is 0, here is 180. You don't start like this and don't mark here like this 70 this side. No, here is 0, you will start from here 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So we have to mark the angle as 70. So 70 is corresponding with 110. Doesn't matter. But here this point is 70. So you will mark 70 here like this. Okay. Mark 70 degree like this. And once you have marked, now you take your ruler and try to draw with the help of the ruler like this. From the point vertex, that is from this vertex to this point like this. But before drawing, you check with the help of a ruler whether the 2 points are touching the ruler or not. And then you start drawing like this. Single. Don't do, overlapping you don't do. So this is how you are supposed to draw the angle ABC. And then mark this angle like this with the symbol as 70 degree. Now to check, you have to place the protractor in the same manner as you are doing. Then you will understand whether you have drawn perfectly or not. You can see that the line, this arm is passing exactly from 70 degree. So this is how you are supposed to measure. This is how you are supposed to draw. Now I have drawn it this side. Some of you might draw even this side. Doesn't matter. Then if you are taking a point this side, then you will have to use this way. This side, suppose the ray is like this. Okay, let me draw now again one more time here. BC. Let me mark this point as B and this point as C. Here also, if you want, you have to take the protractor like this. Now the ray is like this. From B, this side is 0, 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Now mark it here this way. Okay, so this way you can mark the point as 70. I can't see properly, but I'll still try to manage myself. So here is the 70 this side. You can see how I have drawn now. Arrow, this arm is going this way. Wherever it is going, from that 0 you have to start. Okay, so here is 70 degree. Now you draw like this. But first check before drawing a line. Instead of rubbing later on, check before you draw whether the 2 points are touching the ruler or not, and then draw like this. Okay, perfectly you have to draw accurately. Okay, and then measure finally whether the angle is 70 degree or not. Okay, here it is 70 degree exact. Fine, so you can draw in both the directions. This doesn't matter. Okay, but you should know which side. So 70 degree is, less than 90 degree, and you can understand how is it. Now let us learn about, you will understand what I just meant by learning about the different types of angles. So let us proceed further now with the types of angles now. So types of angles here, let us try to measure first. What is this angle? So this angle, you can see I have marked it as 90 degree. So this angle, you have already learned that it is a type of right angle triangle. Okay. Now why it is, sorry, not triangle, I am always saying triangle, but it is right angle over here. Now what is this right angle? Right angle is the angle which measures around 90 degree. Okay, 90 degree. Always remember, right angle is the angle which measures 90 degree. So you can find out like this whether it is really 90 or not. You can see perfectly. You keep it and then try to measure. You can see that it is perfect 90 degree. So perfect 90 degree, always remember, it is called as a right angle. Now what is the definition of right angle? Now definition of right angle is angles of measure 90 degree are called right angles. Okay, so this is the definition, okay, of right angles. Then let us see the second one, next one, that is this one. Let us try to measure this angle and find out what is the measure of this angle. So measure of this angle comes to around, okay, I have drawn a little shorter, but you can see that it is not 90. It is less than 90. You can see that it is 10, 20, 30, 40, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and it is less than 60. So it is coming around 55, 56, 57 degree. So it is around 57 degree. So you can see that it is less than 90 degree. And those angles which measure around less than 90 degree are also called as acute angles. They are called as acute angles. Now, what is the definition of acute angle? So an angle which measures less than 90 degree is called an acute angle. Okay, so acute angle. So by definition you should know what is an acute angle, what is a right angle. So right angle, remember, it is always 90 degree. Okay, whereas acute angle is less than 90 degree. You can even see the space over here, the area which is covered by this is more as compared to this. So whenever it is less than 90 degree, we call it as acute angle. And the last one, let us see whether it is more or less or equal to 90 degree. Okay, so place the protractor like this, in this manner, try to measure. Okay, so here in this way, 0 start from 0 here. So 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So it has crossed 90, that means it is more than 90. And it is coming around 90, but less than 100. 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98. It is around 98 degrees. Okay, so 98 degrees, that means it is more than 90 degree. And those angles which are measuring more than 90 degree are also called as obtuse angles. Okay, obtuse angles. Now, according to definition, what is the definition? An angle which measures more than a right angle or 90 degree, you can say more than 90 degree or right angle, is called an obtuse angle. Okay, now, so let us write now here this angle. What is the name of this angle? The name of this angle is A, B and C. Okay, so this angle ABC is equal to 90 degree, or angle ABC is a right angle. Okay, whereas angle PQR is also, I will write here because it will not be seen, angle PQR is an acute angle, because it is less than 90 degree. Whereas angle LMN, okay, angle LMN is an obtuse angle. So this is how we are supposed to identify the three different types of angles. Okay, so now let us proceed with the last part of the lesson, that is parallel and perpendicular lines. So it is very simple. Now what are parallel lines? I will just show you with the help of the ruler. Now let us see what are parallel lines. So parallel lines, you can see over here for this ruled book or ruled page, you can see so many lines are running like this. But do you think so these lines will be ever meeting each other like this? They will cross each other like this? Will they cross each other like this? No, my dear students, these lines which are running like this will never cross each other, or instead of saying cross, we use a mathematical term called as intersect. That is, they are intersecting at a point here. But do you think so these lines which are running like this will ever intersect each other? See, will they ever intersect each other? No. So they will not intersect each other at all, and since they do not intersect each other, such type of lines are called as parallel lines. Now you can think of some of the examples of parallel lines, such as this ruler. If we see the edges of the ruler, okay, this edge and this edge, if you see, do you think so will they meet each other? They will never meet, or they will never intersect each other. So this ruler also shows parallel lines, this way, correct? Then the edges of the notebook, both the edges of the notebook will never meet each other or never intersect each other. So they are called as parallel lines. You can give me some more examples, like the grills of the window, okay, which are running parallel to each other. Then the railway tracks are also parallel to each other. The road which is running, okay, the edges of the road are parallel lines. All these are called as parallel lines. Then the ladder, the two sides of the ladder or the two edges of the ladder are also called as the parallel lines. Okay, so these are parallel lines. Even this you can see they are running parallel to each other. So these are called as parallel lines. Now let us see about the what is the definition of the parallel lines. So parallel lines are nothing but parallel lines do not intersect. Intersect means they do not cross each other, do not intersect. Okay, that is, they do not cut each other or cross each other. They do not cut like this. They do not cut like this. Do not cut each other, no matter how far they are extended. How far they are extended on either side. On either side. Okay, so if you try to extend them on both the sides also, this way as well as this way, this way, this way, they will never cut each other or never cross each other or never intersect each other. So these types of lines are called as parallel lines. I hope so you have understood about what are parallel lines, because it's a new term. Now next one is the last part of the lesson, that is perpendicular lines. Now which are perpendicular lines? Here they are just opposite to the parallel lines. Perpendicular lines are those lines which will be cutting each other like this, but they will be cutting in such a manner that the angle which they make is always 90 degree. Okay, the angle which they make is always 90 degree. So remember this, students. So these are cutting each other, but the angle which they make is always 90 degree. So such angles are also called as perpendicular. Such lines, not angles. Such lines are also called as perpendicular lines. So that means they are intersecting lines, but when they are intersecting, they will be making an angle of 90 degree. Perpendicular lines. Okay, so remember, students, these are crossing each other or cutting each other, or also called as intersecting each other. But when they are intersecting, remember dear students, they will always make 90 degree here, this corner 90 degree here, 90 degree here, 90 degree. Okay, or you can also draw it like this manner. These are also perpendicular lines. Okay, these are also perpendicular lines. So this way they are called as perpendicular and parallel lines. So now what, according to the definition about perpendicular lines, is nothing but when two lines form an angle of 90 degree with each other, they are said to be perpendicular to each other. Perpendicular to each other. So this is regarding your lesson angles. Okay, so now what you have to do is that you have to try to solve exercise number 26, that is drawing and name the following angles with the help of a protractor, on page number 38. Complete that exercise. It is very simple. Okay, so you need to draw with the help of the protractor, not with your hand, simply. Okay, and finally last part, that is problem set number 27. give 2 examples of parallel lines you can see in your environment, or give 2 examples of perpendicular lines you can see in your environment. So you can give the examples of these two examples. Very easy. Just try to find out on your own. Try to write your own answer here. And the last question, that is, look at the pictures given below. Decide whether the lines given in each picture are each picture are parallel or perpendicular to each other, and write the answer in the box. Okay, so here you can see, here these are parallel lines, these are perpendicular lines. What about this? Okay, you can see what type of lines are this, what type of lines are this, and what type of lines are this. So try to write the answer. Okay, and these two also, as well as page number page number 38, problem set number 26, that is, draw and name the following angles with the help of a protractor. So this is regarding your lesson angles. I hope so you have understood everything. Try to solve the exercise and complete the work, classwork work. Thank you, dear students.